Okay, so I'm doing my first ever vlog post, and for those of you who know me know that this is something which I would absolutely hate doing. It's not that I don't like being on camera, and it's not that I don't like talking. I don't know why, I just don't like the idea of this. It makes me very anxious because people are going to watch me and judge me. And anyway, so I'm doing it anyway. I've been putting it off for a little while, but I have to do my little question and answer things for my Miss Supranational pageant. So, first of all, a few people have been asking what Miss Supranational Australia is. And basically the easiest way I can explain it to you is if you know about the Miss Universe pageants or basically any beauty pageant in the world, it's the same as that. It doesn't seem to be a whole lot different, except Miss Universe is in, I think it's like 20 to 80 countries depending, and Miss Supranational or MSA is broadcasted in 140 countries, so that's quite nerve-wracking. And it's pretty new. This will be the 10th anniversary, which is why it's such a big deal, so it's an exciting thing to be a part of. People have asked me why I decided to do this, and it is a little bit of a story where originally I found this beauty pageant that was for charity, and it wasn't so much about being like pretty or doing all those sorts of things. It was more about how much money you could raise for charity, and I'm trying to open up my own charity, and I love to do charity work, so I was really excited about that. And obviously with every competition you do or any sporting event or basically anything, I got a message. Basically anything, you have to pay a registration fee, which is totally fine, but for this one, it was like $600. But it wasn't going towards the charity, so I was like, hell nah. And then I kind of decided to look at a few other ones, and I found this other one, which was another charity one, and it was really cool because you got to go to India and clean up the streets of India, and I just got back from India, so I really liked the idea of doing that. And they told me I was 2 centimeters too short. For what? Cleaning a street? Yeah, I don't know either. So then I kind of got like a little bit in a mood. I got my little bit of my sassy attitude on. And I found these other beauty pageants, and I found MSA. And I remember looking at it at first and thinking, I am not one of those girls. I do not know how to do pretty. Like, I am sitting here like a gym dress basically, because they exist and they are amazing. And I'm sitting here, I had not done my hair. I'm going to coffee, so I did put a bit of makeup on. I don't know how to do makeup. I didn't know you had to like, actually I'm not going to say that on camera. So originally when I looked at it, I was like, I'm not even going to bother with that one. And then in my mood, I bothered with that one, and a few days later I think I got a phone call, and I didn't answer because who answers private numbers? Like, that's the thing that comes with adulthood, when you stop answering private numbers and you let it like ring, or if you don't know the number and then you Google it. So I did that. And then they sent me a text message saying, you know, we'd love to have you like for an interview or whatever they do. And I was like, that doesn't seem right. There's no way I would get into that one. So I didn't even reply. And then they found me on Instagram and they're like, hey, did you get our message? Can we please book a meeting with you? And like within 24 hours I had this meeting with them. So I did like written questions, I had to do my portfolio pictures. Obviously I used to be a model, so I still had like a few lying around. Might be a bit outdated, they might get a surprise when I walk on stage. And then I had to do a phone interview, and it was all really nice and really easy, and they were lovely, and they really addressed my concerns about not owning a pair of high heels, so not knowing how to walk in high heels. There's a big schedule of things you have to do. You have to do these sorts of things, these vlogs, because it's obviously on TV, so you need to be comfortable with being on TV, which is something I'm practicing and something I'm working on. But yeah, that's basically how I got into it, by having a bit of an attitude, like a nice attitude, I'd say. Like, it's a positive attitude. It's the type of attitude you want to have. So over the last 2 weeks, this isn't my first time filming this blog either. I didn't upload the other one, and I will tell you why. I'll tell you what I did, which involved the black market on the internet in another blog. So far in the last week, I've had to book pageant coaching. So they're people who teach you how to walk proper, how to be maybe a little bit more composed. I'm a bit loud, and I talk quick, and I'm loud. So they kind of teach you how to have a presence on stage, which can be toned down a little bit, how to walk in high heels, how to obviously pose when you're on stage, and those sorts of things. I have a nutritionist now. I I do eat healthy. I do not go to the gym. I like to do my own workouts in my own time. I don't really like going to the gym where people look at me not knowing how to use the machinery. And I know there'll be a few people who are like, get a personal trainer. I don't like talking to people. I don't want someone to watch me struggle. How uneventful is that? Telling me to push it. I don't want to push it. Telling me to lift it 3 more times. I don't want to do that. That doesn't sound fun for me. Anyway, so I've got a nutritionist and she has not really changed my diet too much. So basically I have a banana. I can eat carrots now. I didn't know I could eat carrots before. I eat a shit ton of carrots now. I can't say that, can I? I eat a bleeping lot of carrots now. I have soups and then I just have a normal dinner, and I can have like a protein bar as a snack, and I don't really like protein bars, but I'm getting into them now. I don't mind the Atkins cookies and cream. That's not too bad. So just sticking to that. I did cheat yesterday, and then I was in hospital on Tuesday, which was last week. This is like a week on, and I'm still like, oh, you can't really see it. Oh, okay, turn this way. I'm still like, can you see that? No. Anyway, I still got some like major bruising from when my valve collapsed. So I had a cheat meal afterwards then, because if you go to hospital and you have to have a valve collapsed on you, you get a cheat meal. So really out of 14 days I've had like 2 cheat days, but that's fine. That's fine. And then I started doing these dance classes. So I've always done ballet. Everyone knows that. I do ballet. I started doing samba, which is like the Brazilian dance, so not zumba, which everyone keeps correcting my pronunciation. Samba, S-A-M-B-A, samba, and I am terrible at it. I am so bad at it. People are literally telling me that at least I can't get worse, and I'm not even sure that's possible. And then afterwards we go to Casa Blah Blah, which is a club here, and we do like salsa dancing there, and it's like the weirdest thing in the world, and it is amazing, this place. If you go on Saturday, different, don't take my advice and go on a Saturday, but I do a whole nother blog post. We're going back there tonight, so I do a whole nother blog post on what it's like to go to Casa Blah Blah on a weeknight with your boss, and lots of men actually asking if you want to dance and teaching you. Like, it just turns into a dance class. It is amazing. So doing that again tonight. I'm hoping I can shoot all of this in one take, because I'm shooting off to have some coffee, and then we've got to do some proper filming. So I mean, I don't know if there's any other questions which everybody wants to know. Everyone says to leave it in the comments below, but I probably won't check them. I'll probably get in trouble for saying that. I'm sure there's a few other things I meant to say. I hit myself really hard then. I'm sure there's other few things I meant to say as well, but I will try my very, very best to get better at doing these. If you guys could just support me, do not give me criticism, because I promise I will break. Anyway, thank you for watching my attempt.